Hey guys, and welcome to Ask Nicole, a weekly live stream hosted by me, Nicole. And I talk about things related to business and marketing. And this week's topic is all about $80. Now, if you haven't heard of $80, don't worry. That's what today's about. It's basically a technique to increase your engagement with Instagram. And so we'll be talking about kind of how I did this for a week, kind of a light version of it, and what I got from it so far. I think I'm going to continue doing it for a month to just see if these gains, in fact, are something that I can say is more than 1 week. But yeah. So anyway, my name is Nicole. Like I said, I do business and marketing stuff for mainly small businesses, but lots of other businesses and nonprofits too. And I first heard about GaryVee's $80 program. By the way, this is the site. It's technically a Google Chrome app. So you install the app and then, so you'll basically go to, once you have an account, app.$80.com. And the idea with $80 is that you are supposed to leave a comment on 90 Instagram posts a day. So you're leaving your 2 cents 90 times in a day. So 2 cents times 90 is $80. So that's where the name of this app comes from. Now, this is the pro version. They let you do a trial like most software for, I think, a couple of weeks or maybe a month. But I decided to just use the free version because it felt weird to pay. I mean, 90 posts a day seems like a lot of interaction to me, especially when I'm going from not nothing, but close to it. So what I decided to do was the light version. So the free version allows you to leave your 2 cents on up to 10 posts a day. So instead of $80, it's, I guess, 20 cents. So the question is doing the light version of this, I mean, obviously 90 comments a day is a lot, but is doing 10 comments a day going to give you any kind of gains? So I thought the best way to show how it works would be to show you what it actually looks like. So I'm going to share my screen now. So this is what it looks like. I'm logged in, and part of what I can do, as you see, there's a little bar here, 0. I've done 0 out of 90 posts for the day. Okay. So when I get to 10, it's going to stop me, but then it's going to prompt me that I can go for the paid version. So essentially what I can do is I can follow in the free version up to 10 hashtags. So these are the hashtags I'm following: marketing, internet marketing, small. By the way, it takes a while to find the hashtags that work well for you. Because I'm a business and a marketing person, it suggested certain hashtags for me, but the online marketing hashtag seems to be particularly spammy. But like, even under just the marketing stuff, there is a lot of crap like this, like, earn this, lots of stacks of cash, people in front of Lambos and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that these hashtags are free of ridiculousness, but point being is that it pulls in these up to 10 posts at a time. If I want to bring in more posts, or a different amount, I can hit the refresh. So what I can do is basically review a lot of this content pretty quickly. So let's do small business. That's the one that I like the most, because it's like about actual small businesses. Thank you for everyone who stopped by the booth. And so, by the way, I admire anyone who can set up a booth. Like, I don't even know where to start when it comes to booths. Like, I wouldn't know how to make this interesting. So I can leave a comment on this post that says, always admire the way people like you can set up a booth and make it look awesome. Congrats. Congrats. And I'm going to click post. So what that's going to do is that's going to post it, and see it says my comment is queued for the post. So I think what it does is it sort of, instead of you leaving a lot of comments really quickly, and that could look really spammy, you can instead like leave the comment, and what it's going to do is sort of throttle the amount of comments you leave. Now, what you'll notice is that there's a couple of things that happen. So that on the post I just left a comment on, there's this little, like, when I hover over it, you can't see it, but on it, if you look in the middle row all the way to the left, there's a little yellow like box. So that means I've left a comment. So I've left a comment here. I've left a comment here. Posts that I've looked at but haven't left a comment on have this little eyeball thing on them, the little gray eyeball. I looked at, so you can see the ones that I've looked at. Now, as you see here, so look on the top, now it says I posted one comment out of 90. So, like I said, I could post up to 90. So, like I said, you can follow up to 10 hashtags. And, and the other thing though that there is there's this tab called Explore. Now, how this is created, I don't entirely know, but I will say that um, it seems to know like my taste a little bit. Like it's got some like jewelry content, it's got some interior decorating content, it's got some food content. Like I think there's some very specifically Jane Austen jokes in here. So I don't really know how it knows what I like, but it seems to somehow know my taste. So that's how $80 works. It's basically just a program that allows you to leave Instagram comments on theoretically relevant content a little bit more easily without having to like try to find all this stuff yourself. It kind of brings it into a dashboard. And I will say I've learned a couple of things doing this for a week. First of all, the fact that it does take a while to get, like I said, you get 10 hashtags total. So you don't get more than that. I think you get more than that if you get the paid version, but it takes a while to get those 10 hashtags right. I definitely got rid of the online marketing suggested hashtag real quick based on the amount of spammy content I saw. And the small business one was one I thought of and now really enjoy following. So if you don't get your hashtags right away, don't worry about it. Just know that just get rid of the ones that aren't working, even if they're suggested ones, and find ones that do work for you. And I said, like I said, the Explore tab helps when you can't leave enough comments. So what I was finding was that on average, I could find about 7 things that I wanted to comment on from the hashtags I was following, but I was supposed to leave 10 comments a day. So that left 3 more images I should have left comments on. So the Explore tab kind of helped me round that out. It took me a couple days to figure out it was there. So just telling you that it's there in case you need it, because I certainly needed it because like I said, the hashtags weren't always doing it for me. And, you saw just in my example a second ago, I am sure that I could just put nice post bro on 90 pictures a day. And I'm sure that it's kind of like throwing spaghetti at a wall that some of it would stick, but it doesn't feel like that's necessarily the right thing to do. So I like to leave thoughtful comments and genuine comments. Like I genuinely do admire people who can set up booths because like if you gave me a table and were like, make this look interesting, I would have no idea what to do. So I like to leave a good comment if I'm going to leave one, and finding things that are worth commenting on and thinking about something thoughtful to say does take some time. And it did take me, honestly, the first couple of days, it took me like 30 to 45 minutes to just like find stuff. And a lot of that was because I did have hashtags that were a little bit spammy. And some of that was just trying to figure out like, okay, what do I say? And getting in that mode. Now I've got it down to about 10 minutes a day for me to do this. That said, I'm doing this, so 10 minutes on 10 posts. That seems about realistic, right? Like you find something and you leave a comment on it, and you're being pretty efficient about it. You're spending a minute per one. If you were doing it on 90 posts, you would be spending 90 minutes a day on this. And the question is like, if you have more time, and you want that Instagram engagement, like you could totally spend that time and put in that time. But for someone like me, like I said, the 10 posts was about what I could handle. And in particular, at the beginning, it took a little bit to figure out how it worked and everything. So the question is, was this successful, right? Like, what did this give me? I did this for a week. What did it give me? So ahead of time, I thought through the kind of questions that I would ask someone after they did this to find out if they were successful. So my first question is, did I get more followers in the last 7 days than I typically get? And so what I did for that was I actually like established a bit of a baseline, and then I looked at my data. So let me just show you what that is. So you can use different tools for this. I just use Social Blade. It's, you can do different ones on here. Apparently like TikTok, they only, you have to have 25,000 followers. So I'm not on TikTok. So it shows me, I'm a C plus Instagram student. I'll be honest. It's not my favorite platform. And I think my engagement rate is relatively low because I've been mainly posting videos lately and not a lot of still images. So, but if I scroll all the way down to the bottom here, I can see the amount of followers I gain in a typical month going back 2 years. So, so let's take a look at some of those here. 12, 1, 5, 1. Okay, so In the average month, I get between 5 and 8 new followers with what I typically do. This is pretty sort of linear when you look at it as an average point. Now let's take a look at my stats for this particular month. Oh, right. It's still on Social Blade. Sorry. There it is right here. So if we look here, these are the amount of followers I've gotten during this time period. And as you see, I've gotten like, oh, I lost somebody. Oh no. So I've gotten like 7 followers in the past week. So if I get 5 to 8 in a typical month, but I got 7 in 1 week, that's obviously an improvement. Now, another question I would ask is, did I get more likes than usual on my posts? Did people seem to be interacting with them more? Now, again, I think this is mostly my fault because I've mostly been posting videos lately. And I wouldn't say that I've gotten any more views than I typically get. This is a very short video, by the way. This is a 1-minute video. That's why it has more views. 11, 17, 13, etc. So yeah, that's, the kind of, I'm not getting more engagement, but I think, like I said, that's on me for just having mainly videos. And then the third question I would ask is, did I get more website visitors from Instagram than I normally get? Now, I made a mistake, folks. I changed out my theme a couple of months ago, and I accidentally took out Google Analytics on my site. Bad, Nicole, bad. So I don't have Google Analytics data for this period. But if you have web hosting, you have stats. Let me show you. So we have something called AW stats. And watch out, the 1990s are coming at you. Oh, come on. There we go. Boom. Apparently we're going to click add to stream. So this is my traffic. As you can see, it's a little less beautiful than Google Analytics, but it does the job for us. And if we look at the visitor monthly totals, where were they? Monthly history. There we go. Summary. There we go. I was going to say, this doesn't look like, oh, it's showing me August and not July. But I am getting more. Oh, come on. I was looking at something a second ago. I am getting more traffic this month than I typically get, like a little bit more. So I typically have, where is it? I'm so sorry. I had this pulled up and then it like logged me out. So it's showing me the traffic for August. I have pages per visit. Oh my God, where is it? Okay, I'm going to stop stressing out about this. I did pull this one up correctly, which is these are referring, this is referring traffic for the last month, for August. So obviously I've been doing this for a week. I've been doing this in the month of August, and Instagram is nowhere on this list, but I am getting more search engine traffic is what I noticed than I typically get, like a little bit more, not infinitely more, but a little bit more. So we have to think of this holistically, right? Because here's the thing. Someone might follow you on social media, and then when they're ready to buy or ready to contact you, they're going to maybe Google your business. So just because you're not getting direct traffic from social media doesn't mean it's not worth doing social media. I hope that makes sense. So in summary, did I get more traffic? Yes. Did I get more followers? Yes. Did I get more engagement? Not really, but I think that was based on the kind of content I posted more than anything. So if I'm going to continue to run this experiment, which, like I said, I'm doing every day, I want to maybe give it a month, but I did want to report to you on the week and tell you how it was going, because it does seem to be doing something to be putting out energy into your Instagram and leaving comments and engaging with people. And in particular, I found some really good accounts to follow, some really nice, like small businesses that I want to keep in touch with. So this tool is making me be a little bit more intentional with my Instagram. And it's also making sure that I leave comments, because I honestly just usually like stuff. But writing a comment does take more effort. And if I'm going to, I guess, build meaningful relationships on Instagram, it's worth me leaving the comment instead of just hitting that little heart button that's so darn clickable. So give it a try. Like I said, it's a free Google Chrome extension, $80.com. You can leave 10 posts a day on the free version, or what I'm calling the light version. And then the paid version lets you leave 90 comments a day, but you still have to make the time to leave the comments. So there is that. Thanks so much for watching. If you have a topic or something that you want me to do a video on, I would love to hear about it. And you can reach me on the website or on any one of these platforms, including Instagram, where you'll see I'm being more intentional. Hey, maybe I'll leave a comment on one of your Instagrams. And I do also want to just PSA that all the videos are on the YouTube channel. So you can go there. I've made playlists for different categories. So if you ever want to go watch back episodes of this show, you can do that there. Try to make information really useful and kind of succinct. So you'll see the title of the video and decide whether it's worth watching or not. And so please tell your friends. I have like 71 subscribers. Love to get to 100 sometime. That's the dream, but I digress. Again, thank you so much for watching. This is Nicole. I'll see you next Tuesday, and have a great rest of your week. Take care. Maybe I'll see you on Instagram.